Hello again, and welcome to Game Day from the UK. Another live YouTube stream with my guys previewing tonight's game with two red hot teams, your Miami Heat against the Utah Jazz. I'm one down today. We have no John. He's got a bit of work on, so I'm joined by Danny and Sam. Danny, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, mate.
Good. And Sam, how are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Excellent. Yeah, I'm tired. Do you know why? I've really got to get out of the habit of on non-Miami Heat days staying up till 2 a.m. watching things like Philadelphia versus Dallas last night. I was sitting there, it's like end of the third, and I was thinking, why am I still up? Why am I watching this? So, a bit of a strange one, but there we go. Guys, we're on a 4-0 run. Another great win against the Toronto Raptors. Perhaps maybe some would say an expected win. Raps were on the back of a second night of a back-to-back. But even so, a W is a W. But what I took away most from this game is that this was a very Miami Heat related performance. It was typical Heat basketball. So lots of positives going through. Sam, I'll start with you. Main takeaway from last day before last Raps win?
Yeah, for me, it felt like a glimpse of what we can expect when this team is on form. There were just so many players in the team just playing up to the level at which we expect them to. Obviously led by Jimmy's performance, which is fantastic in the fourth quarter. Same with Bam, but I love seeing the impact that Duncan Robinson had. Started the game with 2 threes, ended the game fantastically in the fourth. Kendrick Nunn had some tangibles. His stat line would suggest that he had a good game, but just watching it, he had a good game to me. Just so many other people stepped up, and watching Goran Dragic back, he came back healthy, and he did what we needed him to do, and that was my main takeaway.
Yeah, great to see the Dragon back. It didn't really look off pace either. I thought I was really expecting, I suppose not a lethargic game because that's not his game at all, but I didn't expect that sort of impact. I thought maybe 20 minutes would have done him, a handful of points, couple of dimes, as we know, but it was like straight back in. I was really impressed with Goran. Yeah, good performance. Lovely to see him back. We look a different animal when he's on the court, don't we, Danny?
Yeah, definitely great to have him back. He played sort of, quite limited minutes as we suspected. He didn't play too much. I think my takeaway from the game, sort of piggybacking off what Sam said, was, Kendrick Nunn's performance didn't, necessarily blow you away like it has in the past couple of games, but his passing and his court vision is so much improved from last year. Like not last night, the night before last, that Raps game, he made some really, really good like little pocket passes and passes to cutters and things. And no, I'm really impressed with Kendrick. And yeah, what can you say about Jimmy Butler? Jimmy buckets, man in the fourth quarter, just nailing those threes and sealing the game. It was great to see.
Yeah, I'll come on to Jimmy in a sec because that was a special performance. But Kendrick Nunn, as you say, if any sort of box score armchair fan would have looked at that and dismissed it. But yes, he's a guy who's been hitting 18, 19, 20 points a game, only 7 points. But yes, 7 assists, and also something that never shows up, but he's becoming a better defender, right? I mean, am I imagining this? This was a guy who couldn't defend anybody. I've been so impressed with Kendrick Nunn's resurgence in the last 3-4 weeks. As I said, for somebody that was just a non-entity, but this was Gabe Vincent was getting Kendrick Nunn minutes, and now he's back to a starter, and he should be there to stay. Absolutely delighted with Kendrick's performance. Defensively brilliant. Lovely to see him, as you said, these little pocket passes and seeing that those assists is something special. So we've got a great player back in the rotation now. So I'm thrilled for Kendrick Nunn. Well done. And yeah, Danny, as you said, Jimmy Butler took over. This is why you pay him so much money, because he is damn good at basketball. And Sam, my most pleasing moment, he's hitting threes, man. He's hitting threes.
Jimmy's hitting threes, Iguodala's hitting threes. It was just a
That's most of Kendrick's assists were to Iggy, right? So yeah, good for Iggy for hitting those. But
oh yeah.
Even just the nature of the shots that he was taking in the fourth, you know, he just stepped it. You know, he was in transition, just stepped into that three. Oh, it was beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, the Iggy stuff, it was making me laugh because every time he was getting on a ball when he was jacking up, I was going, don't, and it sunk. And then I done it again and it sunk. And in the end, I was just going, do it. And they were still going in. So Iggy had a red hot hand, which was great. But yeah, I was so pleased to see Jimmy Butler hitting threes because this was his bread and butter. When he was a Philadelphia player, he was Mr. Closer. He was the man for the clutch moments. The ball was in his hands to win games. And we just haven't seen that since he's joined Miami, and especially over the last 6 to 9 months. It's just fallen away so much from him. So to see him get that first one and the confidence obviously just running through his veins because he then went on to hit a few more. So that was great to see. And a lot of it was down. A lot of that W was down to Jimmy Buckets doing what he does best. So great to see that. One other, apart from Iggy's red hot hand, one other under the radar performance was Gabe Vincent. Sam, what do you make of Gabe Vincent? Is he an NBA ready player? Is he a G League player that's just lucky to be getting some minutes? What do we think of Gabe?
I'm pretty biased because I'm Nigerian and Gabe Vincent's on the Nigerian basketball team. So, yeah, he's been on my radar for a very long time, and
that's cool.
Him being on Miami Heat was like fantastic for me. So yeah, I know what he's capable of. So it's not a surprise to me that he's playing at this level, but it's just long overdue. He does so many things well. Like he's pretty fundamentally sound, if I should say, but he's just not up to like superstar level, obviously. But I'm pleased with what he brings to the table, and I expect more from him. It's just how he fits into this team, what opportunities he can get, and just increasing his minutes, really.
Yeah, I've not been massively over impressed. I think he had a really great game against Philly when we had those 8 players. I think he went for 27 or something like that. That was a great performance. But we seem to struggle when he's on the court. But I thought he was great. I really tip my hat to him because, as I said, he made some good shots. But his hustle play, again, his defense. We know he gets into some foul trouble, etc. But again, it was another solid performance and 11 points. That made it 6 players in double digits again. Danny, this is what this team is all about, isn't it? Everybody chipping in, everybody bringing something to the table.
Yeah, that was key to success last year. It was, you never knew who was going to beat you on any given night. And we kind of fell away from that when the season started. We were relying so much on, like Bam and Goran, and when Jimmy was out, it was especially those two. So, and we weren't getting much production from anyone else. Whereas now, we're starting to see, these people, these players, chip in like Kendrick and Kelly stepping up now. He's been good, and you're sort of thinking, are we going to really upgrade from Kelly? So yeah, which is a positive. So yeah, it's all a team effort, and that's what this team is about. It's about the culture, right?
Absolutely, yeah, mate, that's well summarised, and it just shows how crazy this conference is at the moment. Because I think after that win, I think we was 5th or 4th in the standings because we finished before some games. Then when a few more games went on, we was down to about 8th or 9th, and then obviously last night games we're now back down to 10th. But it's like we're half a game away from 4th or something stupid. It is crazy. So we'll see where this team gets good, whether this team gets very good again. Because if we can finish these last 4 games strongly. As we've said, the schedule really softens up straight after that. We could go through a very good run through March. We could be a very good team again, a very good team. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. It's interesting. Let's get on to tonight's game then against the red hot Utah Jazz, best record in the NBA. They are leading the West on 26-6 on a really measly, pathetic sort of 2-0 run at the moment. No, they're no Miami Heat. So 26-6, which is good for top of the West. The Heat obviously now are improved to 15-17. The Jazz are 11-4 away from home. The Heat now have a winning record at home for the first time of the season, 8-7. And their last 10, 9-1. Heat also looking good on 7-3. And the bookies have this again, as you would expect, as Jazz favourites. They are a -7 on the spread. They're on a tear. We know they're looking very good. There's a couple of components I want to get through, but before I get into it, Danny, start with you. Are the Utah Jazz legit title contenders, or are they expected to fade away, do you think?
I don't know if they're legit title contenders, but they're gonna give people out in the West, a tough out. I think that, ultimately it's going to come down to the Lakers. Can they get through the Lakers when healthy, of course? Yeah, I don't know. It's difficult. I've not watched a ton of Jazz games. Obviously, I know they're red hot. Led by Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert. So, yeah, I don't know if they're title contenders, but they're definitely going to be a tough out for sure.
Yeah, definitely. They've always been a tough matchup. They've always been a good team. They're still getting people that are saying they aren't legit. They're not going to last. They'll be a second round exit at best. They're putting every argument forward to say that they're not. Sam, before I ask you something else, do you agree with Danny? Are they? Can they oust an LA Lakers, for example?
Are we talking about the Lakers on this current losing streak or regular Lakers?
No, full strength, full health LA Lakers. Are they getting through that?
Yeah. On personal opinion, I don't think so.
No.
They have the Lakers. They're the Lakers, fantastic team, AD, LeBron. But the Utah Jazz, I love their offense, and they've got their defense anchored on Rudy Gobert, so they've got good defense as well. But their offense has been fantastic, and just got to see if they can sustain that. And obviously, the more games they play, the more they gel as a team unit. And yeah, it's a possibility, but I don't think they're strong enough to pass the Lakers. But
I mean, people said that we weren't going to the finals last year, so
exactly.
Yeah, this is true. One thing that was pointed at me earlier is that they have been the least impacted by COVID. I think that they've only had their key players miss 2 games, I believe someone said to me. So that would sort of suggest a reason. I'm not taking anything away from them because you can't. They've been tremendous, but it's a COVID disrupted season. Everybody has had a lot of problems, and they haven't. They've avoided that, which is a bit ironic considering they're the ones that arguably started all this. Well, no, that's unfair. That's unfair. No. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. They've been the ones that suspended the NBA to then having absolutely no issues whatsoever. So that's a bit ironic. Danny, key matchups tonight. Let's just go through a couple of stats very quickly. They are number 1 defensive rated team in the league. They are number 1 3 points per game in the league. They are 3rd in 3-point percentage in the league. Now, the Heat are a good defensive team as well. I think John actually put in our little chat that we're 3rd best defense over the last 15 games, which is something that's very promising. Key matchups tonight, what's going to be probably a tightly contested, maybe again suggesting a low-scoring game. Key matchups?
Well, firstly, is Bam playing? Because I saw that he potentially questionable. So it'll be interesting because, like Sam said, you both said that they've got a really good offense. Obviously, they've got one of the best defenses too, but they've got a great offense. And it's going to be interesting without Bam, as our anchor down there. So, wondering what Spo's lineup will be. I'm not quite sure on that, to be honest. Is he going to play Iggy and Kelly Olynyk, or is he going to play Precious and Kelly Olynyk? I'm not sure. So, it's going to be tough when your defensive leader is out. And I don't know. It's definitely going to be a low scoring, grinded out game. I think the Heat are going to need to slow it right down.
Yeah, the actually slowing it down would probably suit both teams because both are quite low down in pace in terms of the statistics. But another league leader that they are is in rebounds, Sam. Something that the Heat haven't done well. We punished the Raptors off the boards last time out, mainly because they were the worst rebounding team in the league. Now we're playing the best rebounding team in the league. Not so unsurprising, I suppose, with Rudy in their team. If Bam isn't in, is this no Bam, no chance?
I hate to say it, but yes, pretty much. Because looking at their offense, they play a lot of pick and roll and they play it really well. So I think they're top 3 in terms of frequency and percentage of usage rate of the pick and roll, particularly with the ball handler. And in terms of the points they create, so points per possession off the pick and roll, they lead the league in that. And that just goes to show it's a testament to show the quality of players they've got on the wing. Because obviously on the ball handling, they've got Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert setting the pick, but they've also got Joe Ingles,
Jordan Clarkson.
Jeremy Clarkson.
Jeremy Clarkson. Could you imagine? Could you imagine?
We'd still lose.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. They've got good ball handlers. They've got people that can spread the court as well. And if Bam's out, then switching off the pick and roll is going to be just cake for them. Like, if imagine Kelly Olynyk switching off to Donovan Mitchell. It's easy point.
Yeah, that's it, exactly. So let's assume then, I don't feel that great about Bam being involved tonight. If he's out, Sam, just stand with you for a second. What do we do here then? Precious in? Or do we do Kelly at the 5 and, I don't know, maybe Iguodala or something over on the... How do we go about this? Or do we go small? Do we maybe put Jimmy at the 4 and go small and a bit quicker?
I'd actually want Iguodala... Well, scoring-wise, we've already admitted the fact that it's going to be a low-scoring game. So I think it's going to be one of those games where we get Iguodala to play a lot, particularly because obviously when you play a lot of pick and roll, there's going to be a lot of switches, and you don't want to have Duncan Robinson on a mismatch or Tyler Hero might not play, but Goran Dragic or Duncan Robinson mismatched. Like, it's easy points for the Jazz. So I'd rather have a game where we play a lot of Iguodala because of his defensive IQ.
Yeah.
I'd like to stay away from Kelly Olynyk, but we don't really have much options. We can play Precious Achiuwa, but
yeah, it's a tough one. It sort of shows the need of needing another big, because we're thin on the ground with that. If Bam's not playing, it suddenly looks really, really light, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Danny, how about this for a curveball? Chris Silver start. Let him play. Let him play fierce for 8 minutes. Let him foul out, because that's probably what he'll do.
Sure.
Bit of energy, and it might see us get off to a winning start. What do you think? No.
I mean, you're paying him. I don't know. Just I don't know. Yeah. What you said is very true, though. It just shows you how thin we are at the bigs with the bigs, and without Bam, you think you're really losing the heart of the team when you don't have Bam in there. So you're going to see something's going to happen at the deadline, and soon. So
yep, absolutely. Yeah, we'll see. I think it becomes glaringly obvious because obviously no Myers Leonard as well. He's out for the season, so it's something we're really struggling with. Before we leave Utah, Donovan Mitchell is playing extremely good basketball, probably the best of his career. Averaging 24.1 points per game, 4.6 rebounds, 5.3 assists, which is up on everything in his career so far. 4th year for him in the NBA. Sam, how high? Where does he rank Donovan in the league? Because he's an all-star again. His caliber is going up. Where do we rank amongst his fellow peers, Donovan Mitchell, in the league?
He's definitely a star. He's been a star. He's definitely, I won't say he's a superstar, at least not yet, but definitely a star. He's widely respected across the league. So, yeah.
Do you agree with that, Danny? Do you think does he sort of enter that top 10 race yet, or is that too early? Top 15?
Yeah, definitely top 15. Yeah, he's a great player. He's actually one of my favorite dunkers as well. I love watching him dunk. His dunks are awesome. Like the way he lifts he's just great. But yeah, no, I think he will be, if he continues on this trajectory, he could potentially be, in the conversation for being a top 10 player, I think, for sure.
Yeah, be interesting to see, because obviously he's maxed up, which is what you'd expect. Just becomes one of those things, a bit like Dame over in Portland. Does he see his career there? Does he win a chip with Utah? That's going to be the thing. That with him and Gobert now taking up a lot of that money in that cap space, it doesn't put him over the edge, in my opinion. So will he get frustrated? Could he be the next superstar that could be on a lot of teams' radars? We'll see. But yeah, great player. And just a quick sort of segue, if we can. We mentioned there about the ability of Mitchell and his dunking, and will he be in the dunk contest? Is there going to be a dunk contest? Is there going to be a all-star? Sorry, we know there's going to be an all-star game. Is there going to be a skills challenge? Is there going to be a 3-point contest? And if so, do you think both of you, do you think they should be that side of it should go ahead, and B, obviously we would expect Duncan Robinson to be involved in the 3-point challenge, and we would expect Bam to go to retain his skills title. Would you be happy with them going? Would you want to see him go, or would you rather this be pulled? Start with you, Sam.
At this point, I'd rather it be pulled because it's just not the same. It's not the same as it used to be.
Yeah.
I'd rather we just have the All-Star game, to be honest. Do we even need to have the All-Star game? But yeah, if anything, I'd rather we just keep the All-Star game because that's time that players could be using to rest. And we did just recently come off a long road trip. So yeah, they should spend some time at home.
Yep. I totally agree. Yeah, Danny, do you echo that, or do you want to see these guys go and earn some hardware?
Yeah, no, when we talked about this the other night, obviously, frustrated that we didn't get any All-Stars. Obviously, I think we all are, even if we don't agree that it should go on, we're a bit frustrated. But, and, I said that I am happy that we aren't sending anyone there. It's the safest way and things like that. But if it's going to happen, which it seems like it is going to happen, then, well, All-Star Saturday night is my favorite. My favorite to watch anyway. The skills and the dunk contest and the 3-point contest and things is my favorite part of the weekend. So if it's gonna happen, then sure, yeah, I want to see Duncan and I want to see Bam, because if it's gonna happen, then get them in and make it fun. Because otherwise, well, yeah. So
yeah,
because the games themselves, I don't think the All-Star game is that fun, to be honest. The
All-Star game is the most boring, most unneeded game. The players don't really want to be involved. They want their accolade. They don't really care about the game. Everyone lets them. No one plays hard. People go and let them do dunks and all the rest of it and showcase
last
skills.
Year they changed it up, which was good.
Yeah, that's true.
And that was the first All-Star game in a long time where I actually enjoyed it. Prior to that, it was rubbish. So
yeah, you're getting silly scores and stuff. Yeah. I agree with both of you in a sense. I think if it's going to go ahead, then yeah, why not? They might as well be there. They're on the plane here, there, and everywhere anyway. So they might, if you're going to get up, if you're going to watch it, if you're going to do it, then I would like to see our guys involved and try and win some more hardware, as I say. Should it happen? Absolutely not. What is the point? There's no crowd. There's no energy. I mean, the dunk contest is such a spectacle because they feed off of the crowd. Everyone going crazy. That's not going to be there. I just don't see the point in it. So I hope it doesn't go ahead. If it does, which I expect it to, then yeah, why not? Might as well send our guys and hopefully they'll come back safe. Okay, right. We'll wrap up with some predictions as always. So the 15 and 17 Miami Heat against the 26 and 6 Utah Jazz tonight at the AAA. Sam, what are your predictions? Is the Heat going to win this one, or if not, what's the score going to
be? It's tough. It's really tough. I'd say Heat will drop this game. Low scoring game, 91-87.
Oh, very low scoring. Okay, but a close one, right? Danny, are we going 5 in a row here, or too much?
If we have Bam, then I say we take the W. Just feeding off the energy of the last few games. If we don't have Bam, which is probably the most likely, then I think we take the L. I'll say, I don't know, 106, 101 Utah.
Okay, yep. I completely agree. I think if Bam's playing tonight, I think we're going to ride this wave. I think we're going to take
me too.
If he's not, then no chance. In fact, if he's not, I don't even actually see it being that close. And I got to say, I don't think he'll play tonight. I don't think he's going to be risked. I'm going to say an L as well because of that, and I think it will be 107-95 to Utah. So a relatively convincing win, but we'll see. Hopefully not. Hopefully Bam is playing. Hopefully we can continue this run and finish this first half of the season strongly before All-Star break. So we'll see. Should be a fun game again. 1 a.m. Follow us on the on the Twitter feed, as always, at the Miami Heat UK. We'll be doing live comms. Come and join in, get in the chat. Keeps me interested whilst I'm up tweeting to myself what it feels like sometimes. But continue to watch us. Thanks for watching. This will be on the YouTube channel, Miami Heat UK TV, always, so you can catch up if you've missed it. Subscribe while you're there, please, as well. That'd be great. We will do this every game, hopefully. Follow all my guys there. Follow Danny. Follow Sam. And also check out Vice Fits. I'm ripping my BAM one there today. Go to @ViceFits. We've got about 20 tees on there at the moment now. And thank you to everyone that supports that. They still tick along nicely. I don't earn much money out of it, I'll be honest. It just goes straight back into the account towards things like this, website costs, microphones, all that sort of stuff, just to bring a bit of content. So thanks for your support. Until then, guys, we will see you next time. I think, what day are we on today?
Friday,
Sunday night, I think, against the Atlanta Hawks. We've got 2 games against them, so we'll cover them games. But let's hope we get a nice, unexpected victory today to go 5-0. Till then, we'll see you soon, guys. Thanks for joining in.
Cheers.